running. There is blood, gore, intense violence, nudity. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another tabletop Warhammer 40k battle report, thus here at Digital Woods. Yay! Today we're going to do something a little different. We haven't done a kill team in quite a while.
And they've finally updated their rules.
Yes, it is still a work in progress, but they have released enough rules for him to play Necrons, basically.
Yes!
So, today we have a 250-point kill team battle between my Imperial Guard
and Necrons, as mentioned.
Yeah, that's really about it.
Yep.
So, see you on the table.
Alright, so here is my 250 point list for this kill team game. I'll start off with my team leader, which is a Canoptic Spider. It's bringing along with it a Gloom Prism and the 2 Particle Casters. Next, I'll go with my, quote, troops, which is these 2 Canoptic Scarabs. And in the back, I'm bringing along 3 Canoptic Wraiths. One of them, this one right here, the short one, is kitted out with a pair of whip coils. There is my 250 Necron Canoptic Harvest list.
Okay, folks, here is my 250-point kill team of Guard. I am running a heavy artillery group, which is the 2 doctrines I chose for this kill team. It is led by a senior officer with the armory upgrade that gives him +1 leadership. All of my dudes, excluding this guy, have a 4-up armor save from their doctrine, and they all provide a bonus to the heavy weapons teams. Speaking of which, let's go down my specials real quick. I have a heavy weapons team with a heavy bolter. I have a heavy weapons team with a mortar, and a heavy weapons team with an autocannon. All of them are veteran, so they got that extra bonus there. I have a Tactica specialist who has his own mortar and has all sorts of unique bonuses to the heavy weapons teams. For my core choices, I have 4 veteran guardsmen with their regiment upgrades and hotshot lasguns. I have 1 with a hotshot lasgun and the Voxcaster. I have 1 with a hotshot lasgun and a metapack. 2 with heavy flamers. And like I said, they all have their regimental upgrades, or doctrine upgrades. And I'm taking an astropath with his telepathica stave, and his 1 psychic power is the psychic barrier, the one that allows bonuses to save. Hopefully a very hardy list. And that is my 250 points of Guard. Alright, here we are, folks, deployed for our diatribe from the Feudal War section game mode. In this one, there are 3 objectives in the center of the table-ish. They're on the center line. Each one is marked with a number between 1 and 3. At the start of the first turn, every player rolls 3d3, and that determines which ones they need to go after. Once you control an objective, you can remove one of the directives, which is the name of those dice, and claim a victory point. If you are fewer than 3 directives, you can generate new ones at the start of your next turn, up to 3. There is First Blood, Line Breaker, and
Kill the leader, which
Assassinate. At the moment, I got to choose deployment zone for myself. All nicely, lovely deployed. Mike is over there with his forces. And we roll off to see who gets first turn. We got a 6.
darn.
So I will be having first turn. Oh, and we mentioned that there are no command point related things. There are command...
We figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out. They're called tactical points. As it stands, because of army comp, Mike has 4 and I have 3.
Yes. Which are an interesting version.
Yeah, it's cool, because it's not really based around, did you bring enough models? It is, what type of models did you bring?
Yeah. Which is, I think, better for the smaller unit type that this game mode is.
Yes. So,
on to first turn.
First turn of the heavy artillery
Oh,
guard.
no.
Okay, before the first battle round, we both need to roll 3d3 to determine what our first 3 directives are. So, I have 2 for number 1 and 1 for number 3.
I have 2 for number 3 and 1 for number 1.
Okay. And if you want to show them with the camera, there's number 3. And number 1 is the center objective.
And just for giggles, there's number 2.
Yep.
On to your first turn.
Movement phase for turn 1 for the guard. This group has entered that crater. Just so you're aware, we are running that crater still provide cover. So there's that. Over here, this team, these 3 advanced, getting a little bit spread out, but got some really poor advanced rolls, so only getting that far. My medic advanced through the building to get there, ready to follow up. We are, a question for anyone who knows Heralds of Ruin stuff more specifically, I get a medipack on this guy, which allows me to revive people, but there's no thing saying specifically if a unit, since they're only one guy's, what happens for that regard. We're running it that if a guy goes down, we're just going to leave him laying there, and if the medic can revive him, he has to go there to revive him.
Because it's similar to the current kill team reanimation for Necron rules, where you just leave it where it lies.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing with the medipack for this guy. Inside, the heavy weapons all stayed put, including the tactical ordnance officer. Inside, lower level, all those guys moved up into the corner to help spread out their special abilities more. So that is it for my movement phase. On to the psychic phase. I'm going to do a shield power onto that guy.
And there's no change in the range that's required to...
No.
So I'm out of range.
Yeah.
All right.
24. So. And I got the required 6. So these 3, because it is the guy targeted and within 3-inch bubble,
All right.
all have +1 to their saves until the start of my next psychic phase.
Nice.
So they now have Space Marine armor. Alright, that is it for my psychic phase, because you can only do 1 power. On to my shooting phase. I will start off by having the ordnance officer give his bonus to these 2 heavy weapon teams. Senior officer, because he's not a company commander, he's just a senior officer, will use the Voxcaster to increase his voice of command to an 18-inch bubble, and give the move order to these guys, which allows them to immediately move in advance, and it's the same idea, the targeted model in a 3-inch bubble. If the targeted model had a Voxcaster, it becomes a 6-inch bubble.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and they have to move in advance, so starting off with the front guy.
6 or 3. All right, there we go.
So he gets to go 11, Flamer, 12, and now I'm getting the good rolls. Guy in the back, 8, whatever.
Not bad.
Alright, so I'll move those in a moment. They're not going to shoot at anything, obviously. And then for his last order, he is going to give the take aim order on this guy. So he can reroll 1s to hit.
All right.
And then I'm going to have to roll my shooting things, so be back in a moment. And this is where they ended up after their move and advances. They're all technically within the 3-inch bubble of the building, so if you shoot through the building at them, they'll get cover. And I get that objective. Alright, jumping over here, the autocannon is going to fire its lovely line down into those wraiths. The tallest one I'll start with.
Alright.
Okay, he is a veteran, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the special ability of the tactical ordnance officer. So 1 hit, and it is strength 7. So what is the toughness of thy wraith?
It's 5.
Okay, so I need a 3 to wound, and I get to reroll 1s because of the tactical officer. Get to reroll 1s. Wound, AP -1, so you're 3 up interval.
Yep.
And it will do 2 damage if it goes through.
That's a 3 up. Got it.
Okay, the tactical officer will now fire a mortar round into that scarab over there.
Aw, that poor scarab.
So D6 number of shots.
2.
2. Hitting on 3s. Both hit. Strength 4.
All right.
What's your toughness?
Tough 3.
Okay. 3s to wound. 2 wounds.
No, any AP?
Nope.
In that case, 2 6-ups.
Okay.
Nope. So it's got 1 wound left.
Technically 5 up. You do have cover for intervening buildings.
Okay, but either
I
way,
don't
I think
need
that was
one.
a 4 and a
Yeah.
3. So
Yes. And then I will fire the other mortar into the same guy, and since it's within 3, the other guy. The other
Okay.
scarab. So, D6 number of shots. 5. How do you want to allocate those 5 shots? 3 onto the one that's not wounded, or 3 onto the one that's wounded?
Well, one of them is more than likely dying, so I'm gonna go with 3 onto the one that is wounded, 2 onto the one that isn't.
Okay.
So that way, it's more likely at the end I leave with 1.
At least 1, yeah. So the 3 on the one that is wounded, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the take aim order.
Oh.
And a 3 to wound. Wounds. 5 up because of the cover.
Yep. Nope, that's a dead scarab.
And I get first blood.
Damn.
And then the 2 into the other one. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Both hit. Wounding on 3s.
Reroll.
Cocked, yeah. One possible wound.
1 5 up.
Got it.
Lives.
Well, and with that done, I get to remove one of my directive things off of that. So, I get a total of 2 victory points this turn.
All right.
I don't get to remove both, it's just one at a time. And that guy is dead.
And that should be my turn then. For movement, I had my Canoptic Wraiths move up and then advance just a little bit because I didn't want them making an 11-inch charge, which would have been a 9-inch charge if that terrain wasn't in the way. Next up, I had my Canoptic Spider move up and then advance. I only got 1 inch, so I actually moved him a bit back into cover. And then my 1 remaining Scarab moved and advanced and just got behind that little bunker. And that's my turn.
Do you want to roll a command dice to see if you can get a further run on him? Tactical.
For...
Yeah, your spider, because it was here, and you rolled a 1, which made you go back. If you had a higher result, would you do something else? And in which case, do you want to roll that 1 point?
I would have just moved it closer to 3 there. Which next turn I've got a 6-inch move.
I'm just giving you the option.
Yeah, I've got 4 points. Why not?
Okay.
I'll use a point, so...
3. Would that have been enough to make you move him out of cover?
Probably not.
Okay.
Alright, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, I need to generate another directive. Get something from number 2. So now I have to get 1 from everything. Starting over here, move these 2 guys out of the crater to get within range, put some shots into that. Didn't quite make it into rapid fire, almost. Moved this guy and advanced him, however I rolled kind of poor, so instead I kept him back so he's still within the 18-inch range to receive an order to run. Over here, the guy who's moved away from the objective, he is still within 3 to be technically holding it. These 2 moved to that window. That guy climbed the ladder and is looking out there. Ran the medic. I think I'm going to need him over here. Ran this guy so he can be within range to do his 18-inch, pick a unit and give them that +1 to their saves. And everyone else kind of stayed put in here to, you know, fire their heavy weapons.
Yep. So, Psychic?
Psychic. I am going to go ahead. I do believe this is going to be the focus of your ire, so I'm going to go ahead and put the psychic shield on that.
Runs it, that group.
It's okay. Just leaves you in the open for all my guns to shoot at next.
Yeah, true.
Alright, need a 6. And I got a 6.
Alright, and I'm out of range to deny.
Okay.
This 24 was about like
yeah,
here.
right around here-ish. Okay, so that's that. Orders. Going to start off with his special ability, order thing. He's going to give the mortar guy the ability to reroll 1s to hit and wound, and this guy rerolling hits and wound. He is going to use the Voxcaster to do move on that guy, because he's just within the 18. And then for his second order, he is going to give take aim on the heavy bolter.
Alright.
So, start off with moving and advancing that heavy flamer. Let's go total of 12.
Way over there.
Still within 3, but far away from your guys, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, and then on to actually shooting things. So, I will start off with this autocannon firing through the building into your middle guy.
Alright.
He has 2 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Both hit. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Both wound. So your 2 3-ups.
Both save.
Okay. Heavy bolter is going to fire through the window at the same target. 3 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 3 hits. Is strength 5, so force to wound. Nothing.
None.
Okay. His mortar will go into that. So D6 number of shots.
No, my scrub.
4. Hitting on 3s, no rerolls. 2. And then wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
2.
5 ups because he can't see it, so you obviously have cover.
Alright, so 2 5-ups. Hey, I saved a wound.
Okay, then that means this mortar has to go into that one. So D6 number of
What do you
shots.
have against my little scrubs?
I will use one of my 3 tactical points.
Oh.
And re-rolling 1s. That was 3 1s in a row. Okay. Solid effort. Okay, then his hotshot las guns. None of them are wounded over there, so I'm going to start with the tall guy.
Alright.
Rapid firing, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 3 up. Got it.
Okay. His hotshot las gun into that guy, the closer. 2 shots hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. These 2 just out of rapid fire into that same guy, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 3 up. There we go.
Heavy flamer, all into that one guy that's now wounded. D6 number of shots. 6.
You're gonna kill the one with whip coils.
Already hits, so wounding on 4s because it is strength 5. That is 5 wounds, 5 3-ups with your invul.
Yep. 5 3-ups.
And that's enough to bring it down.
It is. Darn it. Blit. And I don't have any kind of reanimations or anything, so it just is dead.
And then I think that's it for everything I have to shoot. Yeah, I don't think anything else is in range or has line of sight. So I got 1, rather unproductive, but still got 1 out of the 3.
Yeah, and you got the one that had an upgrade, so.
Yeah, I'll take it. I do get 2 victory points, 1 for 1, 1 for 2.
Yep. So on to my turn then. Alright, so movement. I had my Canoptic Wraiths split up a bit. One went through the building and is going to be assaulting that group right there. And the others just kind of went around the building and is going to be assaulting this group right here. Down over here, my Canoptic Scarab has moved up to kind of still hold a little bit of cover and be just close enough to hold that point, getting me a point finally. And my Canoptic Spider has moved up in just enough range to shoot Tom Psyker, hopefully getting rid of his psychic shields. Then on to shooting. 2 particle beamers, so it's going to be 6 shots, hitting on 4s.
All of it going into my Psyker.
All of it going into your Psyker.
Okay.
Nothing's changing about that. So, missed 3 times. Wounding on Strength 6 versus
3, so 2s.
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 All wound.
AP.
None.
6 up saves. No.
Alright.
And I'm pretty sure he's dead. Because I think he only has 1.
Cool. Alright, so then on to chargings. Declaring a charge there. Declaring a charge there. Now it's up to your Overwatch. Oh, damn it. I should have charged that.
And then I can just turn around
He's
and
gonna
revive
say,
him.
get back up, you wuss.
Okay, so where were you? You're charging into them.
Into them and into them.
Okay, so starting over here with the heavy flamer. D6 number of auto hits.
D6.
Wounding on 4s. 4. So you're 4 3-ups.
3 ups. Oh, I lose a wound.
Rapid firing hotshot lasgun. Nothing. And for the other guys, rapid firing hotshot lasguns. 1 hit. And 5. No. Okay. Do like a 3-inch charge and like can't fail.
Yeah, so made it and made it.
Okay.
And for reference, I was going from left to right. If I ever accidentally don't say something, it's from left to right.
Okay.
So, rawr. And building is slightly too tall. Or too short.
Yes.
Alright, so I'll be starting with this group here. I'm going to be putting 2 into your flamer and 1 into your standard dude.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll them separately.
yep. So first for the flamer, hitting on 3s.
Nothing. Do you want to spend 1 of your 3 remaining points?
How many wounds do all of your dudes have? Just 1?
1.
Okay. I'll use 1 there. Well, there we go. I now have 2 left, and then 1 into your normal dude.
He hits.
Wounds on a 2. Mother. Okay. That group survives, because Dice decided not to like me then. And this group, 2 into him, 1 into him.
Okay.
Really? What happened here?
Hey, that one.
Hey! Hey!
AP minus 1, right?
AP minus 1.
6 up save. No. That was that guy.
That was slightly annoying. And it's your turn to attack back.
Yeah. 2 from those guys into the wraiths. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 3 up.
Fine. And then 1 attack. Hitting on a 4. Wounding on a 5. No. And normally if you you shot that guy, I would have to make a leadership or he would have issues, but because it's a melee.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, don't forget your one dude got burned for 1 point.
Yeah, I'll have to go grab a red dice. And that's should be the end of my turn.
Yeah.
I get a point.
Yes, because you are within 3 there. Technically, no,
No.
we're tied now because you only put 1 in
Yep.
that. Turn 3, generating some new directives. Both on 2.
Alright, which is you're currently holding.
Yep. Okay, movement. Fell back towards them. Stayed put. Telepathica guy is gone because his medipack only works on Astra Militarum keyworded people, and he wasn't. Oh well. And stayed put. And stayed put over there because he's actually within range to Flamer from that distance.
Nice.
On to shooting phase time.
Yep.
No orders to give.
Oh, no orders?
Well, no psychic powers. Orders, yes.
There we go.
Order is going to go aim at this guy, get back in the fight. 3-inch bubble gets everyone, so they can shoot. The Tactica guy in there is going to give both the heavy bolter and the autocannon rerolling 1s to hit and wound. And he is going to give the order on this guy to reroll to wound. Now, something I forgot to do last time is I have the artillery doctrine, which means any enemy within 12 inches of someone else with the artillery doctrine makes any heavy weapons team reroll all to hits. So, no, anyone with a heavy weapon. That includes the tactical guy in there with his mortar.
Does that include the heavy flamer?
No, it's an assault.
Okay.
And it doesn't hit anyway.
True.
Yeah.
Had to think
I had
about
to
it.
pause. I'm not sure if... I think it might actually be a heavy, but that's beside the point. So, starting off shooting... I'm going to do these 3 into that.
Fair enough.
So, heavy flamer. D6 number of shots. 2. Command point. 2.
2.
Okay, I'm down to...
1.
No, I think that was my last one.
Oh.
Okay, wounding on force. 1 wound.
1 3 up.
Okay, seeing how terrible that went, I'm going to include him and him rapid firing into that. For a total of 8 rapid firing shots, hitting on 3s. I rolled kind of bad there. Wounding on 5s. 1.
Alright, 1 3 up. Got it.
Okay. Autocannon is now going to fire down into him. 2 shots hitting on 3s, rerolling all.
Well.
Rerolling all. 1. Wounding on a 3, rerolling 1s. 1 wound.
AP, nothing.
AP minus 1, but you have a 3 up
Oh, yeah.
roll.
3 up invul. Got it.
Okay. Heavy bolter now into him. Hitting on 3s, rerolling all. Wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. And 3 up invuls.
He's dead.
Down he goes.
Dag nabbit.
Okay.
It's going to be quite difficult as now I think I have to make turning tests.
Yes.
Actually, didn't I have to last turn?
No, because you had 4. Now you have 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Heavy flamer into that. D6 number of shots.
1.
Wounding on a 4.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I will go ahead and fire this guy's mortar into that.
You really want it dead?
D6 number of shots. 2. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling all. Rerolling all. Actually, no, not rerolling all. There's no one within 12. So, 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. 1 wound. You're 5 up.
Yes, 5 up. Nope.
He's
He's got 1 wound left.
He's got 1, and I have to kill it, otherwise we're going to do it. So, other mortar going over. Okay, 6. Finally. One of my D6s rolled a good number for this turn. Wounding on 3s. Sorry, hitting on 3s. All hit. Now wounding on 3s.
3.
3. 3 5-ups. You have 1 wound left.
Nope,
Got it.
dead. Phooey.
And I have nothing left that has line of sight or can shoot. So that's the end of my turn. I get another victory point for holding 2 again.
Alright, and now I have to do a turn?
It would be at the start of your turn.
At the start. Alright. So?
Routing, not a turning. You're not trying to prove your Ascension AI.
Just even worse, because they're soulless anyway.
Yes.
On to my turn. Alright, so time for my not turning. Routing.
Yes.
Time for my routing test. I basically just have to get below a 10. I did with a 7. I'm still in. Alright, so finding out what other objective I'm going for. Get one from 2.
Well, you could get it.
I could.
Just go over and slap that guy off of it.
Yep. Alright, so my turn. I've had this guy move over, ready for a charge, and hopefully he kills this little soldier and holds that point. My Canoptic Spider is staying put to just shoot some of these guys down here. And I guess on to that. So he's got 6 shots, 3 of which are going to be going into this soldier, 3 of which are going to be going into...
Well, you're designating him as your primary because he's the closest out of this unit.
Yes.
And secondary.
Yes.
And the hit allocation thing happens after you've rolled how many shots hit.
Ah, I forgot. There we go. Now I have 6 dice. So, to hits. Well,
I'm going with you went to hits.
2 hits. Yes, I heard it 2, and it came out of my mouth.
So 3 hits.
3 hits. So
I'm gonna put
2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 and then 1.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I have to allocate it. So 2 onto the regular dude. So the 2 first. 1 wound. No AP, right?
No AP.
5 up armor. Nope. 1 onto the flamer. 5 up armor.
Nope. And then that charge.
Yeah. D6 number of Overwatch shots. 5. 5 hits, wounding on 4s. 2. 2 3-ups.
Made it?
Both, and you can't fail.
Nope. He ran in circles a bit. Whoop. And my 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. All hit. Wounding on 2s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
It was AP minus 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. 2 6-ups. Nope. Down he goes.
Alright, and then I hold that point.
So I'm gonna have to worry about route. No, we're now in the same bracket.
Yeah, because it's only whoever's...
Worse off. And we're in the same bracket.
So neither of us are doing route tests.
Tests anymore. No.
Cool. And that's the end of my turn. On to your turn.
Okay.
I
Get 1.
gain 1 point, so I've got 2.
Yes. Okay, generating a new directive. 2, which is a 1, so I need to get 1 from there.
Alright, and you've got plenty of guys over there.
Yep. Okay, movement. Climb the guy down the ladder, so he's holding the objective. Advanced him, so he's within 12 of that from our artillery doctrine. Move my medic up without advancing, so he can go ahead and revive that guy. And over here, the heavy bolter moved over so he can look out that window.
Alright.
So, reviving the heavy flamer on a 4.
I'd say cocked.
Okay.
I'd say off the table.
Okay. And he gets to come back within 1 inch. I'll put him further in. I go on to my shooting.
Am I now in a lower bracket than you? Because he
Yes.
came back.
I am no longer below 50%. I am at 50% or better.
All right.
Because I had 9. Okay. Jumping over to here. This dude's going to give his order to these two guys. I want it for the reroll 1s to wound. And he is going to go ahead and reroll, do 2 orders of bring it down to that and to him.
All right.
So they get to reroll to wounds as well. Shooting.
Let it rain.
All of my guys with heavy are are going to shoot at this. And he's within 12, so all of them get 2 rerolls. So I will start off with both mortars.
All right.
2d6 number of shots. Total of 9. Okay. All of them hitting on 3s, rerolling everything. No need.
Well.
I imagine you are better than tough 4 on that, so 5s to wound.
I hope so.
And then rerolling 1s. So, 1 reroll. So 6 wounds.
All right, so that's going to be 6 3-ups. So I took a wound.
Okay.
Do you mind throwing a red dice over there?
When I'm done.
Okay.
Autocannon. 2 shots hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s because it's strength 7. AP minus 1.
So 4 up.
And another 4 up because I wounded you twice.
Ah.
Okay.
2
And
damage.
It does 2 damage per hit.
Okay, so 3 damage.
And then heavy bolter firing out. It moves, so it's hitting on 4s, but it gets to reroll all because of artillery doctrine. 2 hits. Wounding on its strength 5, and you said it was 6? Yes. So 5s to wound still. Nothing. Rerolling 1s to wound because of the guy's order. Nope.
All right. Anyone else shooting over there?
I'm going to fire 2 las guns at range. I do believe I'm within 18 of this guy. Yeah, I'm within 18. 2 las guns. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 6s. No. And I think that is it.
All right. He survives with 1 point.
I get 1
Another
for
point.
rolling 1.
Now it's my turn. 1 more routing test. See if I don't make it. I am fine with a 5. And while I'm at it, I have to regen my 1 point that I grabbed from there. See what else I'm going for. I had a 3.
Another 2.
So I could just stay there. But not that I'll win by points at all in this game. So, on to my movement. Movement phase for Necrons. This guy moved away from 2 because more than likely I'm not going to win in a points battle. If this group still exists. So, and my Canoptic Spider has moved up and around to hold that point and get a better shot into this group. Still too far away to shoot the heavy weapons team, but hopefully he'll live long enough to work on that. So, on to shooting. I'm going to have him shoot at these 2 right here. I'm going to have the medic be my primary. 6 shots. Hitting on 4s.
Yeah, so you got 4 hits.
So,
2 on 2.
yep, 2 at the medic.
Both. Might as well just roll the second grouping.
And missed
on the other guy. So 2 5-ups on the medic. Down he goes. And 1 5-up on the flamer. Down he goes.
alright, and since the medic is finally dead, you don't need to leave bodies anymore.
Yes, technically.
Alright, so on to the charge phase then. I'm going to go for the guy that's on top of point 1.
Okay.
As he's closer.
I'm not sure if I'm within 9, but I'm assuming that I am. So 2 shots hitting on 6s. 1. Wounding on a 5. No.
Alright. In that case, my charge. 7 inches. Let's see if that actually does it.
That's how I get you to in the 1 inch.
Alright, sweet. So there we are. Now that he's in combat range, time for my fight. So, 3 vicious claws, hitting on 3s, which missed 2. I still have, I think, 2 points.
You have at least 1, so...
I'm just going to throw 1 at it. Oh well, I threw 1 at it. And to wound, it just needs a 2. There we go.
And a 6 up, because of AP -1. And down he goes.
Alrighty then. We have 1 god left.
Outside of the bunkered up.
Oh, yes, outside of the bunker. And that is the end of my turn. I got 1 point, so I'm now at 3, I believe. To your 5.
Yes, and you actually get another one from 1.
Oh, yes, you're right. So I'm now at 4.
Yes.
Sweet. On to your turn.
Generating another directive on number 1, which is your current holding.
Yep.
Okay. Movement phase, the only thing that moved was I advanced this guy to get within range of that. Hopefully I'm going to kill his leader and get the extra point for getting 3 as well.
Yep.
Alright, shooting. The thing from him onto them so they can reroll the wound, and then reroll the wound from orders from him.
Alright.
And since artillery doctrine, I've got a guy within 12, they all reroll the hit. I'll start with the autocannon. 2 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling all. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s to wound. There you go. AP -1. Your 2 4-ups.
He lives.
Okay. Heavy bolter. Now hitting on 3s because he did not move. 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1. AP -1 again.
Got it.
Okay. Now, 1 of the 2 mortars. D6. 1. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 5. Nope. Other mortar. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 5. Nothing left to shoot. End of my turn.
Alright, so Necron's turn, I believe, 5.
Yeah.
Let's see if I route. I do.
Do you spend your last command point, or do you just take this opportunity?
Since it's currently an indeterminate amount of points, I don't know if I've used 4 or 3. I'm going to assume that I've used them all, and that's it. I'm out. I believe you win by 1 point.
Well, technically you lose all points that you held, since it wasn't a destroy or kill game.
You win by 5 points.
Yes, because I have 5, then you would have none.
Well, damn. So, this is interesting. I definitely think we're going to be playing this type of game mode again, the Heralds of Ruin kill team.
Yes.
Especially when the Necrons codex question mark is actually finished.
Yes, it needs the armory section, which was the only thing I think we need to work on still.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do this as a campaign.
Absolutely.
Would have changed the cycle of the game a wee bit. I think would have ended in a draw.
Yeah.
Turn 2.
That plus I was thinking of like a one-off.
Yeah.
If it's a campaign, I definitely play a lot differently.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see if we can get like a 4-way
Yeah.
into this type of game mode. But anyway, have a good one, everyone.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching our video. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Have a good one.